Something a little different today. I'm on Railway Empire. I am playing around here with trying to stack up multiple warehouses. As you can see here, I've got 4 warehouses tied together, linked through tracks to each other. I have set up a network between cities. We've got Oklahoma City, Wichita, what is that? Oh, that's Omaha, Sioux Falls, over to Fargo, another branch down to Pierre, Rapid City, Miles City, Billings. And what I've done is I've tried to feed all of these lines into these 4 warehouses. I have also linked some of the outlying suppliers, such as your lumber, wheat, fruit, corn, cattle, veggies, things like that, to stock up these warehouses. Now what I've done is, of course, you have to place into each warehouse what commodity product you want there, such as warehouse 2, I've got cotton, sugarcane, textile, milk, vegetables, and fruits. Over here we've got our wheat, cattle, corn, logs, beef, and beer. Gotta have beer. Down here we've got leather goods, which would be like your boots, furniture. Bricks, I believe, represent clay or building materials. Not entirely sure, because we've got pottery, and then there's tools and paper. Let's see, clothing, lumber, alcoholic beverages like booze, beer, liquor, wine, whiskey, cheese. We've got minerals, clay, I think. I'm not entirely sure what all these are all the time. But what I've tried to do was run into each warehouse the same items that would be required to produce something that is also stored there. Such as in warehouse 3, I've got cattle and beef, wheat and beer. So we can bring wheat in from the outlying farm. We can bring beer in from a city that produces or has breweries, and like turn, those trains leaving the warehouse then can take wheat back to that same city. What I've tried to do is, like I mentioned a little bit ago, is link these together so that each city has access to all 4 warehouses. So coming in up here, I've tried to put together a switch layout. I had to construct this whole thing here to allow each line coming in to be able to cross over to each of the warehouses. Hence I've got these switches here. Go to track construction, give you a little bit better view. So I've got these, and then we can cross over here from the 2 outer ones and back again, which gives you access to all of these. Now, one of the drawbacks to this is, in order to get to, say, warehouses 1 and 4, I have to run through warehouses 2 and 3, which can create a little bit of a bottleneck to those trains coming into these warehouses 2 and 3. On the other end, I installed a maintenance station to give me the same benefit as what I constructed up earlier, although this takes a little bit more space to do this. But I've got switches on either end. But this has created a problem, and that has to do with directions. Now what I've got here, we have both multi-directions on these lines linking these warehouses. On the other end, I have lines going in and out. And from the looks of this, some of these are broken. Such as this one here. Should be going out. So should this one. So fix that. Some of these, it gets a little complicated. I almost can't keep track of what I've got going in and out. I'm not going to be able to change this one. In any case, we've got a situation here. Coming into the maintenance station, leaving the maintenance station, going to the warehouses, I seem to have created a bottleneck. These trains are all waiting for another train so that they can get into the warehouses. I thought I had enough distance between the maintenance station and the warehouses. But what we have here is this train, the North Platte coming out of 3, is tying up these switches, sitting right across these here, blocking this train. It cannot come in because of this. And this train is waiting for Pierre to Warehouse 1. And this one is Dodge City to Warehouse. And we've got another one sitting right here across the switch, blocking this train. So we've got a little bit of a dilemma. It's created a bottleneck, and it's actually a traffic jam. These 4 trains here, all waiting for this junction down here to clear. So we're going to have to manipulate a few things. I don't have enough room here. So I don't know if there's a way to remedy this. There might be. Let's try adding switches. Directional switch. This one. This one. And these guys are already stopped. So let's see what happens here. Aha! Simple solution. Something I overlooked. Well, maybe it wasn't a simple solution, because here we're back in the same predicament again. These guys can't advance because these guys are waiting. Wow, this is complicated. I don't know if I can reset these or not. Oh boy. Now let me see here. This is Pierre to Warehouse 1. He's hauling lumber. So here's what I'm going to do. I will delete this train. that opens up. Okay, it's starting to open it up now. I need to go back to Pierre and recreate that train. Priority is lumber. And send him back up. That's one. And hopefully, he's not hauling any lumber. What's going on here? Lumber. Looks like we don't have enough coming in. See if he brings some back. Speed this up. I don't know if anybody else has tried doing something like this. I've kind of tried to centralize everything, and look at the mini map on the lower right corner here. My warehouse is in the eastern portion of the map. And I should probably set up another warehouse of sorts in the western portion somewhere. That way trains in the western part of the map won't have to travel so far. Now he went to the warehouse and picked up absolutely nothing. Let's see, warehouse. Number. And there is no number. Oh, okay, where's our sawmill? Lumber. Dodge City should be running into warehouse 1. Dodge City to warehouse 1. That is this guy. It's got lumber. So if there's anything there, I guess you can't pick it up and take it in, can you? Being serviced. Okay, we're in the main station. Sioux Falls, that's the lumber. Back to Pierre. Now where's our guy that's supposed to be picking up lumber? Trains come into the warehouses, they will pick up items that a city needs. Oops, I don't want to do that. Lumber logs. He's got to bring logs in. Who's got logs? 3. Do we have anybody going to 3? We do. prioritize logs. Break down. They get serviced and they still break down. So let's see, go to 3. Do I have any logs in 3? I suppose I should have checked. Yeah, we got a load. It's one load. Things sort of seem to be running smoothly. Wrapped up here. Well, it's interesting to try and set all this up. Doesn't always work. There's a lot to keep track of. But in any case, I thought I would show those who are interested a little bit of something what I'm trying to do. I kind of wonder if it might have worked better to separate these warehouses apart from each other in the center here and then run lines past these warehouses into the ones I really would like them to go to, setting up these crossovers in between the warehouses. That'll be something I think I'll experiment with a little bit later on. Don't have time to right now, but thought I would share this with you. It can be interesting. I was trying to do this by sort of not running between cities. What I did do between cities was right here. These are my passenger lines that I run between the cities. There are strictly passenger and mail. There is no cargo on these at all. And part of the line here is that I got put between Sioux Falls and Fargo. This is a little ridiculous here. Look at that bridge. That's pretty long. Should have somehow, I should have run it into the valley, I guess, then up the side of the slope like I did with this branch here between Fargo and Sioux Falls. I actually ran this one up the side of this rise or plateau. So I need a different but it actually runs down. I try to keep it at about 2% grade, 1 to 2%. Oops, that's right. This one's on the wrong line. Oops, down, down. Another breakdown. of see here a little bit of how I put this together. So I think at a later time I might play around with that big, huge, humongous bridge there. It's this map or session here is in sandbox mode. So if you look at the top there where the date is, then to the right there's the little alpha omega signal, whatever, or infinity signal, which means I have no limitation on the cash. I can build whatever I want, spend as much money as I like. In the regular game, you basically, as you can see here, you've got dollar figures that keep popping up when these trains get to their locations. In the regular mode, you really have to plan on what goes where so that you can make money to continue expanding your rail network. I do have maps that I've done that. I've done this in sandbox mode because I wanted to play around with the warehouses and try and see if I can make something like that work. But for now, I'm going to bring this stream to an end. I hope that what I've shown you is interesting, and maybe there's a little bit here that you can apply to your own game. So thanks for stopping in to my video. Hope you enjoyed what you've seen. And until next time, y'all have a good day. Stay safe.